Hi everyone. Today we are on the third part of our chapter 3rd, History, class 7th. The chapter which we are dealing is Rise and Spread of Islam, and the topic which we are going to study today is Umayyad Dynasty and the Abbasid Dynasty. So, in the previous two parts, we have studied about the rise of Islam, about Prophet Muhammad, and then about his birth, about the principles of Islam, about the migration of Prophet Muhammad from Mecca to Medina, and the spread of Islam. And along with that, we have studied a topic that is the beginning of Caliphate. And in that topic, we have discussed that who we call as a caliph. A caliph is considered as the successor of Prophet Muhammad. There were four important caliphs were there: Abu Bakr, Umar, Usman, Ali, etc. We have studied all these things in our previous class, and now we are going to study about two dynasties which emerged after the four successors. So in this portion, we will study about two important dynasties which emerged in Islam or in this religion, and that too or in Medina. We can say that these two people are Abbasid Dynasty and the Umayyad Dynasty. First the Umayyads and then the Abbasid Dynasty. So let's see the Umayyad Dynasty first. So after Prophet Muhammad's death, there arose three caliphs, and these three caliphs are Abu Bakr, Umar, and Usman. And the period was between 632 CE and 660 CE. And they all ruled, they mainly ruled from Medina. And after that, they shifted to Kufa, which is near Babylon. So this is an introduction or what happened before the Umayyad dynasty. And after the death of the last, or we can say that after this Umar was assassinated or killed in the 644 CE, the Umayyads succeeded to the caliphate and remained in power till 750 CE. During this period, Islamic conquests were checked and they couldn't penetrate further into Europe. So in this period, when the after the death of this Umar in the period of 644 CE, there was a stagnation, or after that it was difficult for the Islamic people to penetrate further into the European countries, and there arose a dispute of succession which is between Umayyads and the Abbasids. So here in this portion we can see the emergence of the new dynasty Umayyads, and it is a family who became powerful, or who take over the power of Islamic countries, and the Islamic religious head, as a religious head they took over the power and they started ruling the Islamic areas. And during this time we can say that the first group who emerged was the Umayyads, and they made Damascus as their capital instead of Medina. So till then Medina was the capital, and then it was shifted to Damascus. The Arab Empire extended from Afghanistan, from Baluchistan, most of Central Asia in the east, Morocco in North Africa, and a large part of Spain, France in the west. So these are the portion which was under their control, under the control of Arabian Empire. Once again, the areas are Afghanistan, Baluchistan, Central Asia in the east, Morocco in the North Africa, and large part of Spain, France in the west. They built beautiful cities like Baghdad, Cairo, and in Damascus they made so many beautiful cities. They encouraged agriculture, they encouraged industry, trade, and commerce, etc. And also they made the empire a very prosperous one. So this is the important activities, or how the Umayyads expanded the empire. So first of all, they shifted their capital from Damascus, made Damascus their capital, and shifted their capital from Medina. And they also started defeating many countries, and they made it under their control. Along with that, made beautiful cities like Baghdad, Cairo, Damascus, and along with that they improved in trade, commerce, industry, etc., and made their country a prosperous one. Now, in the field of socio-cultural activities, how they emerged. The reign of Abd Ali Malik and his successors And during that time, what are the developments happened? He made Arabic the language of administration. He replaced the earlier coins which were copied by Byzantine, which were copied from Byzantine and Iranian coins were used by these people, and he made a new one. And the new coin contained Arabic inscription on the golden dinar and silver dirham coins. So it was changed. Earlier coins were changed to new, the dinar and dirham. And another thing is that he constructed a monument, and that monument was made in Jerusalem, and it is called the Dome of the Rock. And this Dome of the Rock represent the night journey of Prophet Muhammad to heaven, and that incident we call it as Miraj. So it's a mosque. You can see the image of Dome of Rock, and this Dome of Rock was made, and it is made in Jerusalem, and it gives the details about the night journey of Prophet Muhammad to heaven, and the incident we call it as Miraj. Now, moving to the next topic, that is the Abbasid Dynasty. In 750 CE, the Abbasids overthrew the Umayyads and they established their capital. And when they established their capital, they shifted their capital from Damascus to Baghdad. So earlier, when the Caliphs were ruling, their capital was Medina, and the Umayyads shifted it to Damascus, and the Abbasids shifted a capital from Damascus to Baghdad. Harun al Rashid was a famous caliph during that time, and these Abbasids were considered as a holy people because they claimed to belong to the same tribe to which Prophet Muhammad belonged. So they were considered as a holy, or they considered themselves as a holy, and made others believe that because they considered that they are the people who belong to the same tribe of Prophet Muhammad. And the Abbasid Empire was one of the most powerful and flourishing one, and they included all the important centers of civilization, like the places which we can say that the North Africa, Egypt, Spain, Iran, Iraq, all these places comes under their control. So Abbasid Empire was extended from North Africa, Egypt, Spain, Iran, and Iraq. So this is an introduction. The most important point which you have to study is that from where to where they shifted their capital. They shifted their capital from Damascus to Baghdad. Now let's continue with the Abbasids. Abbasids. Facing strong opposition from non Arab converts to Islam, Abbasids were compelled to transfer all matters of religious importance to experts of Islam, and these experts are called ulamas. So, Abbasids they transfer their religious matters to learned men called as ulamas. During the rule of Abbasid caliphs, Arabs made great progress in the field of art, architecture, science, mathematics, etc. They absorbed whatever was best in other culture and civilization and used it for the development of their knowledge. That is one most of the most important thing. They accepted every good thing. They accepted the best from everything, and they used it for their own development. Now, development in the field of science. So these are the four important points for the different things they accepted from different places. Very important, you have to study this, and from where they took decimal system zero, it can be asked for the exam, so study it carefully. Decimal system and zero they accepted from India. Trigonometry, geometry from Greek. Astronomy from Persia. Mariner's compass, manufacturing of glass, paper, gunpowder, wheelbarrow, and painting from Chinese. So these are the four important things, and along with that, Al Razi and Ibn Sina were great scientists and physicians during that time. The Arabs discovered new chemical compounds and made use of astrolabe for navigation. So astrolabe is something which is resemble like a mariner's compass. They use it for navigation. So the first four points are very important. They are decimal system and zero. They took it from India. Trigonometry, geometry from Greek. Astronomy from Persia. Mariner's compass, manufacturing of glass, paper, gunpowder, wheelbarrow, and painting from Chinese. So this is about their field of development in science. And now the Caliph Al-Mamun, he set a house of wisdom. This house of wisdom, it was established or made at Baghdad. It was mainly used or made for translation, so many works into Arabic, and they translated books from Greek, Chinese, Indian, Egyptian, and Persian civilization to Arabic. So it is called the House of Wisdom. Now, due to that means due to this house of wisdom, due to this development in art, architecture, and literature, Baghdad became a storehouse of knowledge and cultural heritage. So that is the most important thing which we can understand about these people at the in the topic which comes under literature. They made a house of wisdom, and it was made by Caliph Al Mamun. Now about the literature, very important points are here. Umar Khayyam, he wrote Rubiyat, and Firdausi, he wrote Shahnama. Nights, this Arabian Nights, what is, I think you have heard about the Arabian Nights stories, the stories of Aladdin and 40 Thieves, then Sindbad, the sailor, then Aladdin's magic lamp, all these stories we have heard about. And this Arabian Nights provides information on the life and culture of Arabs. It's a book, it consists of about 1001 stories, which was compiled under the patronage of Caliph called Harun al Rashid. So it's not a single literature or a single work or a single story. It's a book which contain about 1001 stories and related stories more than that. So we can say that it is a compilation of Arabic folklores, and it contains so many stories which gives details about the life and culture of people or the culture of Arabians. It's very famous and most popular literature, and we can see another two are there. Omar Khayyam, he wrote the Rubiyat and the Firdausi's Shahnama. Then the next one is calligraphy. What is calligraphy? Calligraphy means the art of beautiful handwriting. The art of calligraphy and architecture reached high level during the time of Arabs. The Abbasids ruled for more than about 500 years, and in 1453 CE, Turks conquered Constantinople and renamed it as Istanbul. So in the 1453, Turks conquered Constantinople and they changed its name to Istanbul, and there the Istanbul became the capital of Ottoman Empire, and they started the rule there. The Abbasids rule, it was continuing for about, it continued for about 500 years, and after that the Turks from Central Asia, they captured Baghdad and they established their rule. In 1453 they conquered Constantinople, and after conquering they changed its name to Istanbul, and from then onwards Istanbul became the capital of their empire or the capital of the Ottoman Empire. So this is the end of our third chapter, the emergence of Islamic rule, rise of Islamic rule, and now we entered into the Ottoman Turkish Empire. So the Turkish invasion or the Turks invasion of Turks was a last topic, or there we end this portion, and the next chapter is about the Turkish invasion. So it's a continuation of whatever happened in the medieval European countries. So we'll stop here. Our third chapter came to an end. Now or your notes are already given, you can write that, you can study, and as soon as possible by the end of this week or the beginning of next week or next Monday, I'll upload the question paper, or a revision test will be taken of third chapter. So study and prepare and wait for the next test. Okay, thank you.